Hi, my name is Heather Iverson, and I'm going to show you my favorite set. So my favorite animal to trap for is the raccoon, and I love to target them because when we can remove raccoons, it helps ducks and turkeys have better nesting outcomes. So the first thing I look for are where two trails intersect. We have good luck around creek bends. If you find a little sandbar, you can have tracks or raccoon scat. Those are all really good signs to set on. So this spot here, we have an intersection of two trails. They're a little bit hard to see on the camera, but we have a small game trail coming out through this brush, and we have a deer trail coming this way. So we're gonna put our trap right in the intersection. And when you're setting, you want to make sure the trap is right in their face. If you have it off to the side, even a foot or two, that can make a difference as they can just walk right past it. So you want them to be right in their face. Another thing to note is that you want to make sure that your trap is back from any brush or small trees, as they can get tangled in those and pull out. So we're going to go ahead and stake our trap. I use rebar stakes. Now we're going to set our trap and just stick it right in the ground. Now for baiting, raccoons really are not too picky. They just love food. So our go-to is just dry cat food. It can be any brand, it doesn't matter. We get it from the Dollar Tree, Walmart, anywhere. So you're just gonna wanna take a handful, put some on the ground around the trap, and make sure you get some in the trap too. We usually come just about to the trigger. So then next we like to use mini marshmallows. Mini marshmallows are our favorite treat of raccoons, and we always have really good luck with them. So we're gonna do kind of the same thing. Just put a few on the ground and a couple in the trap. That gives the raccoons a little something to eat before they think about what's in the trap, because now you've got their interest and hopefully they'll reach on in. A trailing scent is another really great thing to use. There's a lot of things that work. You know, I've used chocolate syrup. I'm going to use maple syrup today. Fish oil also works, especially if you're closer to water. So yeah, you really can use pretty much anything for a trailing scent as well. We're going to do the same thing. I do a little bit on the ground around the trap, and then I do a little bit inside and on the edge. So that's it. Now we've got our set made, and hopefully we'll have a nice raccoon tomorrow. And the great thing about this is that they're just really fast to put out. They work great whether you're a beginner or an experienced trapper, and we really have great success with them. So get out and have a good time and enjoy your trapping.
Handling nest raiders is our specialty, and you can become the steward of your own land with our North American Trapper Scent Package, which includes our Coonbuster DP bait and magnet trailing scent. Our sweet scented trailer will draw them in, where our Coonbuster will then take over, and its soaked crawfish essence will entice those nest raiders to work the trap consistently. Look no further than our North American Trapper Combo Scent Package for all your predation control needs. North American Trapper. Proven products equals proven conservation.
Welcome back to Duke Trap's presentation of North American Trapper with Alan Probst. The Trapper of the Week is Brynn Fitter from Idaho, who had her grandfather Dave with her on her first coyote catch. Great job, Brynn. And get your chance to be Trapper of the Week by visiting us at NorthAmericanTrapper.com.
Hi, I'm Linda White from Little Valley, New York, and this is one of my favorite sets. There's a cornfield on the other side. There is a bridge that is a great travel way, and they've kind of got a path that keeps going around the sides of the field. So that's why I picked this location. I always start with my baits and lures first. I'm going to punch a hole right here at the base of the grass clump and wallow it out. Then I'm going to make a little triangle, just a punch hole over to the side. Then I put another punch hole over to this side. I like to use multiple baits and lures at a set. Where I trap, we have a lot of trappers in our area, so my chances of catching a canine I feel are a little bit better than others whenever I get their feet moving and can keep them at a set longer. In the hole, I like to use a bait. This is Final Step by Sawmill Creek. And I use a pretty good little chunk. I'm gonna use Autumn Addiction, Sawmill Creek. It is a curiosity lure. And I'm just gonna slide that right in the punch hole. So I'm gonna use Coyote Crush by Trapping Girl. I'm gonna use that right in here, and I just slide that in. I set back a little further on this set than most probably would. I had found that I was setting up close, and my catches seemed that this set would sit a little bit longer, that the canines would come in, but they wouldn't commit the first time. So I sit back a little further. Where we are in New York, we get a lot of rain, a lot of snow. So I like to have the bottom of my bed kind of wallowed out a little bit. I use screen to cover my trap, so it allows the rain and snow to seep down in, and then the water is not sitting where my trap is, it's sitting underneath of it. That cookie cutter really gives me a nice little outline. Sits pretty snug in there. Pound around the outside just to make sure it's nice and solid. I'm gonna use a screen, cover my trap. Like I said, with all the snow, water, this allows to kind of seep down in. And here I'm going to use grass clippings since we're in a field. Blend that in. I've had some great success with this over the last couple years. It works well for me. I really like this set because it's nice and easy. And as being a woman in trapping, I think things that are nice and easy are really good, and it makes the sport more enjoyable.
I just want to take a little time to tell you about the Trapper magazine. This used to be the Trapper and Predator Caller. Now it's back to the Trapper, which it originally was. And you can go to trapperandpredatorcaller.com and get your subscription today. But ultimately, it's just jam-packed full of really good trapping articles that are going to help you be more successful when you go in the field. And I highly recommend that you go and sign up for your subscription. It's just a fantastic magazine. And as I said, I always look forward to getting to this on a monthly basis so I can see the articles that are in there and see if it's something that can help me out down the line as well. So make sure you go to trapperandpredatorcaller.com and sign up for your subscription today.
North American Trapper Predation Packages. Get any one of our specific trapping packages that has been ultimately designed to help you become the master predation controller of your farm, ranch, or hunting lease. Control the predators that are costing you time and money, and get out there trapping today with one of our North American Trapper Predation boxes. All of the packages come with the trapping essentials to get you out in the field, plus an instructional DVD that will show you the way. Visit us at NorthAmericanTrapper.com and start breaking dirt today.
Welcome back to Duke Trap's presentation of North American Trapper with Alan Probst.
Hi, my name's Autumn McEntee, and I'm here to show you my favorite set. So today I'm going to be putting in a Duke dog proof, and I'm going to cable it to this log right here. So first I'm going to open up my J-hook, take my cable out. So take it, wrap it under the log twice. I pull it tight, and then I take both end loops Put them back on my J-hook and close it tight. Want to make sure it's really tight. And then I'm going to set my dog proof. So take my setter. And I'm just going to stick it in the ground right here. And for bait and lure, a nice fishy paste bait here that I use in all my dog proofs. I'm going to take a stick, get a good glob on there, put it right in there, and I want to make sure that all my bait is below the trigger in my dog proof, so the coon really has to reach down and grab for it, and then I throw my stick. And something I've recently been doing is taking a couple gummies and adding them to my set. There's a couple on top, maybe some inside, and on the bottom, on the ground around the trap. It just adds a pop of color to the set, and it's also an attractant. I use Caven's Moonshine and Blackie's Blend Boar's Delight, so I shake them up. My moonshine goes just a little bit in the trap and around the lip, and my Boar's Delight just a little bit around the lip of the trap. And I like to put it on the log or a tree near my trap so that the wind carries it. And then after I've done that, I've got my trailing scents. I use Sweet Coon, which smells like cherries, and then for late season, I've got fish oil with just a little bit of skunk essence, because that skunk essence is gonna hold your scent longer in the cold. So I take them, just spray a little here. You can never have too much good scent on a coon set. I take my fish oil with skunk this way, some this way. And there we have it. It's my favorite set. I really like this location for coon trapping because you've got a little feeder stream dumping into a big creek, and the coons travel these banks. These little feeder streams are like interstates for raccoons. The Y intersections where the little stream meets the big creek are killer for raccoons. And if you look around here, we've got lots of big den trees, so that tells me that this is a solid location for trapping raccoons.
Let's take a look at the North American Trapper Product Spotlight.
Well, this week on the North American Trapper Product Spotlight, I want to talk to you about the Duke Dog Proof and the system that we use baiting it. The Duke Dog Proof is really just an innovative tool that's just taken raccoon trapping by storm. But as you can see, you pull the trigger back, get in the notch, that's set already. You're taking the coon buster, going down in there, about a tablespoon is going to fill it to about where the trigger is, and then you're taking the magnet trailing scent around the lip and then out the trail, and you've seen us do that. It's just a fantastic system that we're using. If you are on tracks and you have raccoons running a trail or possums, skunks, and you set this right in the middle of the trail, make them bump their nose right on it, put that coon buster in there, magnet it off on the top, and I can pretty much guarantee you go back there the next day, you're going to have those raccoons. So you can go to NorthAmericanTrapper.com, check out the Duke Dog Proofs, our coon buster and magnet trailing system and baiting system for them, and I'm sure you're going to be happy with the success that you have.
Welcome back to Duke Trap's presentation of North American Trapper with Alan Probst. Now, it's time for the North American Trapper Tip of the Week.
Well, this week I wanted to talk to you, give you a little hint in using these Duke Dog Proofs. This Duke DP, we have a cable extension on this one, but these DPs are a really good tool for you deer hunters out there trying to save money on all the coons eating all your deer feed. Now, if you're running a big ranch and you have a a deer farm or anything of that nature and you're putting out feed for your deer, the raccoons and animals are probably pounding you, and really what you're doing is feeding nature. But to handle those issues, these Duke dog proofs will work for you. The one tip that I want to give you on that though, when you set these, do not set these on your feed pile. Move them off about 20-30 yards, find the trails that these animals are working in, set it back off of the feed in the middle of the trail. You're going to catch them away from the food source, because if you do catch them around the food source, you're going to catch them the first night or two, but the other ones there are going to wise up quickly and they're going to stay away from it. They're going to associate that with danger. So if you are going to use the Duke dog proofs around your deer feed, make sure you move it off of the feed 20-30 yards, catch them working into it, and they won't associate your food source with danger.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Lospinoso, and this is my favorite set. The trap I'm using is a Duke 330. I already got the springs compressed with my body gripper setter tool, and I have the triggers bent a little bit, and they're actually bent a little bit worse because I just trapped a beaver the other day with this one, but I got them bent so that they're flared out a little bit at the bottom. That just helps cover a little more surface area, so when that beaver swims through, he won't manage to kind of slip past the trigger somehow. Compress those jaws, get the trigger kind of right in the middle, get the dog on. All right. Make sure both my safeties are on, safety hooks are on tight. Don't want to lose an arm today. I'm gonna bend those springs up so I can take a nice long stick, and I use one that the beaver actually cleaned up for me. I'm gonna slip the springs on there. And I'm gonna set this right over the entrance to the lodge that I found here. So now I have the trap generally placed. Now I got some more sticks piled up here to use just to kind of secure it and to guide the beaver right into the trap. Kind of giving him a little extra guidance to go straight into the triggers. So I'm gonna take another stick and put it where it's kind of blocking that open space over the top of the trap. Just want to create a visual barrier to everything except through the conibear. So that's where he wants to go. Last step to this that you cannot forget is to take your safety hooks off, because that's a real bummer when you come up to your trap the next day and it's sprung but the jaws didn't close because you forgot to take your safeties off. So I always get it set completely first, and then I'll reach down here, make sure my hands and my arms are well clear of the jaws, and just go around, run my hand down the springs here until I feel the hooks, and flip the hooks off. So that's pretty much it. That's my lodge entrance, den entrance set for beaver, and hopefully we'll get one tomorrow.
Well, that's the end of the show today. I definitely want to thank Linda, Heather, Autumn, and Caitlin for allowing me to trek along with them and see how they're doing things in the field. And actually, women is a very big number that's growing in the sport of trapping. There's a lot more women getting involved, and that's one of the best things about trapping. It's non-discriminatory to anybody. We can take a kid trapping. You can take your wife, your girlfriend, anybody. You can get them started in the outdoors, and that's truly what it's all about. Show them the passion, show them the tradition, and that only strengthens trapping and the tradition for future generations. If you need any products, make sure you stop by NorthAmericanTrapper.com. We're more than happy to help you get you started in that direction when you go in the field. As we always say, proven products equals proven conservation, and we'll see you next time on North American Trapper.